Above the city now, far away from any innocence. I can end this now. Stop the Absolute and spare the city. The stage is set for my final act. Mystra's bidding and the redemption that lies beyond.
You've brought me right where I need to be. I have no right to ask more of you. It's time I spirited you to safety. For this is a fate I must face alone. I'm sure such an outcome is possible, but why risk it? If we ascend there and try to fight the... But this way, it's now or never. Always another way, yes. But not necessarily a better way. Please. For too long, I've lived in fear of taking a host of innocents with me when I expired. Now at least I can be assured my demise will be saving them instead. If you're mistaken, this could be the end of everything. But I only made it this far thanks to you. Mystra won't be pleased. But lead on then. She'll stay my hand as long as I can. But if the tide of battle turns...
crown. The very thing that has been amplified. That's...
What in the hells are those?
The wizard who defied a goddess. The avenging exile. The fury of a verse. You are spectacular specimens. And you will make spectacular thralls!
Time to push my luck again. I won't give in.
I don't fancy their chances.
Ready for battle.
Joy!
Let me strike. Yes. What? fresh orders? Yes.
Survival is all that matters. Another step forward.
Yes.
One can't always be a gentleman.
right away. Your command.
Joy!
This is gonna feel good.
Death is but a word away.
Forthwith.
Veni and Shuva. Il voto te.
I thirst for combat.
Dominate!
On your command. A bold maneuver.
feel it. A sudden shift. The brain is weakening. Even bound. Its will is weakening. Let's finish this.
Show me how you answer. Favor given is a favor owed. Lady Keen, time to repay your debt. This is our chance. Farewell to the Netherbrain. weakening!
Execute.
Unleash me. Yes.
This is it. Its will is weakening.
Subdued. At last. This is its death rattle.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute!
This is it, soldier. This is what we fought for. Time to end this thing.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought. And it's taking all of Karlak's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
No more tadpoles, Brain. It's time to die.
My master. I must obey. I must end.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn lipids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain. Silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity. Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
The loss of a mind is a terrible thing, but this time, I think I'll make an exception.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mazora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
It's over. It's truly over.
And we are cleansed. The tadpoles are still at last. They cannot control us or turn us into abominations. Although in your case, the transformation may be an improvement, Iblis.
It's all right. I knew what I was doing.
They'll write stories of this, of course. Each fable sprouting more falsehood.
I did, didn't I? I saved the fucking world. And I think I might live long enough to tell the tale too. Goodbye, Dragon Riders. I wish you the best. In your home plane, preferably. What about you, though, Lae'zel? What's your plan?
The Netherbrain is dead. To slay a Geich was my sworn duty.
I must call out to Tunorath. My ascension's at hand. My purpose was ordained before I hatched. Vlaakith is the wind that bears me and the fire that warms me. You are an honorable ally. I thought I would carry you. In truth, you oft carried me. I won't forget it. Silence now. I will speak the right. Vlaakith Barnasin. Vlaakith Ixaith! Vlaakith...
You quiver in spite of yourself. Lae'zel shout.
A red dragon to carry me to Tunorath! The Queen's covenant is fulfilled!
You look on as Lae'zel soars to... With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city. Smouldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
Why do you furrow your brows so, wizard? Boo says your abominable bat-cat has probably survived.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Giontha. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. And once I have, I'll return it to Mystra. She'll cure me of my affliction, and I'll finally be free. And a more deserving one this time around. If this adventure has taught me anything, it's that there are things in this world far more valuable than power. Besides, grown quite fond of this merry band of ours, and I'd quite like to see what happens to it. I'm sure Mystra will summon me soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory the mortal way, with a drink in our hands and reckless abandon in our hearts.
I am seldom one to imbibe, but even I shall make an exception on a day like today. I think we have earned it, no?
Heroically spoken. We must find an inn. Minsk has been banned from his share of alehalls, but I am sure you and Boo can speak for me.
I will not be joining you. I fear my presence will be no more welcome in the streets of the city than it ever was.
I could scarcely have imagined a Mind Flayer as an ally or a friend once. But I shall miss you.
I will miss you, too.
Now that you no longer live in each other's minds, it's hard to tell if the Mind Flayer is being sincere, though perhaps no harder than it ever was.
There are fallen to honor as well. So many that we may never learn all of their names. But that is no reason not to try.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid Empire, no Death God's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
Soldier. Proud. Grateful. Powerful. Before, all I cared about was survival. Now, I think I'm ready to live. I love you too. Before, that love was an irrepressible inferno. Now, it is a calm, cool object of beauty. Somewhere quiet. Somewhere private. Somewhere we can ask a million questions and contemplate their answers. This is only the beginning, my love. We will reach heights of which our former selves could not conceive. At your side, I have learned to make peace with death, to accept new life, to conquer all that stands in the way of us and our destiny. We are indomitable, and the life we lead will be legendary. Let us begin, together as one.
When we joined battle for the last time, I did not want to presume we would survive. To feel your touch again seemed like a distant... Part of me wishes we could stay in this room forever, you and I. But there is a new dawn breaking, and I have a part to play. I wish we'd been afforded more time together. The wars of late have left many with nowhere to turn. They need help. Help that the city now is the... At last count, there were 9 whole wagons of children. Better than Archdruid ever did. You must visit as soon as you can. And well, I shall have my own selfish reasons for wanting to see you again. If you wish the same. Then I will watch the horizon for you each day, and fix your image in my mind each night.
6 months have passed since you defeated the Netherbrain. And since then, you have seen more of life than you ever thought possible. You are greeted as a savior, a champion, a hero. But sometimes you feel like something else entirely. An adventurer, a traveler, a survivor. You faced down the gods. You thwarted the grand design. Anything seems possible. But before you can write the next chapter of your story, you must end this one.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more.
And that's my mother's sitting room.
And the dining table, and the hearth, and above all, your lap.
Well, well. Look what the Tressim dragged in. Professor Gale Decarius of Blackstaff Academy. Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion. A pleasure to remake your acquaintance. She did not. I'm delighted to report. I surrendered the crown of Carsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last. Even now, I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils. Ah, so you still remember our little lesson. It was at that moment, the weave connecting us, that I realized how much your friendship had come to mean to me. As it still does. You were, of course, indulging me in submitting to such a lesson. Teaching you was hardly an effort at all. Not like my present cohort of apprentices. Oh, they try their best, of course, when they can manage to stay awake.
The cheek of them! Nothing a well-placed swipe from Tara can't fix, though.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned? From you, I'd expect nothing less. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'd be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you. Well, I, for one, can't wait. And I say with some confidence, neither can they. Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. My apologies, Tara. That would be our tower. It will give us plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now, with time enough to come.
Have your associates always been so ugly?
Tara! Never knew you to be cruel.
I said it to you. Oh, right. You. Hello. Yes, I'm certain it is. As for you, well, I've heard congratulations are in order. You helped Mr. Dicarios save Baldur's Gate from the Absolute, isn't that right? That doesn't sound like him. But whichever way you want to remember it, well done, I suppose. You ought to come visit myself and Gale when you're able, if you can extract yourself from what I'm sure are very important responsibilities. We'll send word by pigeon when we've need of you. I used to have a taste for them, but a great many things have changed in recent months. Ta-ta, darling.
Reunited with friends amidst nature. What more could I wish for?
By the living gods, I needed it.
Very soon.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more. Just as I hoped they would, more like. The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while. Yet I cannot forget it is one that can weather any distance. Any passage of time. I know it can. For I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day. I always do. Should I ever decline? That was more than worth the wait. Apologies. You can probably understand my eagerness. I shall be as gentle as a feather next time. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing. Ah, as you wish. Enjoy yourself.
There you are. I was hoping you'd make your way over. Gods, I smell like a 70-year-old cinder. Withers yanked me from Avernus with my blade halfway through a Cambion's belly without so much as a chance at washing up. I'll forget all that. By the stars' light and the moon's glow, it's so good to see you, and I've got so much to tell you. The Hell Hunt's no mere duty. It's a thrill. The demons I've disintegrated, the devilkin I've bled, the stories I could share. I don't suppose you'd indulge me. I won't lie. Losing the eldritch blasts and the hexes took some getting used to. Nothing but void, where once there was hellfire. So I stoked new fires in myself using the lessons my father once taught me. The Blade of Avernus is a ranger, a hunter of the most hellish prey. That ranger's left a mountain of corpses in his wake, and collected a tale or two. You'd indulge in one, yes? You'll have to choose one tale and one tale only. You want to hear about the Amnitsu at the Styx, the three-tusked Orthon, or the invading Gorestroy? Word travels fast when a devil crosses the Delambir Vale near Daggerford. It had traveled a hell rift to a long-forsaken shrine. Luckily, the trail it scorched into the frontiers was hard to miss. It led to an isle of cracked rock in Avernus, floating amid a molten sea. The Orthon stood heaving, breath like brimstone and ash. And then it charged, splitting the ground with every thud so fast it left a trail of smoke. I could barely nick it, not with a blade, not with an arrow. It was the War Devil's weight that proved its own undoing. The third charge it made, I struck the rock with hail of thorns. The ground split apart the moment the beast stomped onto it. The Orthon slowly sunk, howling into the magma beneath. I let two of its tusks sink with it. The third I sliced free and presented to the first Duke of Daggerford, a rare trophy to grace his walls. I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but he's teaching the fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart. I wish you'd been there to join in. Oh, to battle together, just like the old days. I suppose that's my way of saying I miss you. But the people we were, warriors, Go on. The nights or waste a single drop of wine for that matter.
Well now, you can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to. Oh, forgive me. I am simply excitable. It is good to be out under an open sky once more. My first, since the reconstruction began. We left quite a mess behind. But the city begins to look something like itself once more. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing. The upper city has been almost entirely rebuilt. That's where the gold is. Even the builder's scaffolds are cleared from the streets. No dust left to sneeze at. Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic... Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two, if they don't expel her. Again. I suppose I am. Though they see... Mistake me not. There is still much to be done. But my children are more than capable of doing it. Even the young ones tire of me peeking over. This night offers them a brief respite from me, at least. And this place, now I look at it, a fine spot for an adventure to begin. A fine spot indeed. Just a little... Well, I'll find my way back, as I always do. But that is the thing about home. The only way to see it... But, should a mother wish... Perhaps you might write and tell me of them. And of you, too. And I vow to send them word of my own wanderings. If only to spare me Ryan's wrath next I return. If you really want to help, you'll get Minsk out of trouble for me. Still, we need not begin with the fare-thee-wells just yet. I must inspect the refreshments. This is...
You have managed. So, here we are. A gathering of allies at a cold campsite with no servants to attend us and few luxuries to enjoy. We could have been conquerors. Do you ever regret that we did not take control of the Netherbrain? True. But what better revenge could there be than enslaving the abomination that was the author of my torment? I shall not dwell on the past, though. The future is unwritten. And I feared that returning to the Underdark, perhaps it was. If so, it is a madness. Rebels swarm to my cause, and even if it takes centuries, I will reclaim my house in Menzoberranzan. Naturally. A fledgling god is of little use where my plans are concerned. You may observe my works if you lack so. I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not invited.
Breathe deep, Boo! The smell of heroes sings from every stone in this place. To meet again where your journey began, my friend. An honor. For Minsk and his hamster both. Oh, and for Happy also.
Yes. Honored, of course.
See how your very presence snatches the breath from his chest? And it is no wonder. It is just this day that Happy learned of your legend, while we gazed down upon the very city you saved.
He dangled me from the high hall, upside down, for 2 hours.
The guild should not go creeping in high places if they do not have the stomach for them, hmm? It is well for Happy the strange portal appeared when it did. Minsk's arm was growing achsome. So I have. Though it is a peace made more from blade and boot than it is any sense of brotherhood. 9 fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels. And so Minsk guards what remains of the battle site. Even from her. But where Minsk might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top, now I tell them of you. How you ruled the wickedness within. How they might do the same.
Yes, yes, I'll rule it. I'll be better.
No, of course. It is still for Boo to decide if they live or die.
Oh, gods.
But enough, my friend! I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsk and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done. No, no, my friend, do not begin this. It is too early in the evening for tears and passing Boo around for the blowing of noses. First, I must educate this sneak thief on the company he keeps. Will Ravengard, the blade of frontiers, devil-horned and angel-hearted. Gale, the man who would be a god, but then thought better of it. Boo thinks better of him for it too. Halsin, archdruid of Arch... somewhere. He is a much better man than he smells. And there, the champion of... having tentacles, Karlak. She was once very tall and strong like Minsk, but we still like her as she is. And finally, Jahira. If this is a name you do not already know, then not even Boo can save you. Study them well, sneak thief, for the best among them will be a guide for your guild. Heroes who put the city before themselves, who never falter in their duty. And more than this, who never arrive to a party without even a gift for the host.
But wait!
Go, my friend. Be among our friends. There is much work yet to be done before this one is fit to join them.
Suddenly I had a spot of deja vu.
Oh, I would kill for a glass of Ulava wine.
A beautiful night. I wish it would last forever.
Are you enjoying yourself, my love? Fascinating, isn't it? Everyone has changed so much. Yet the heart of it all feels so familiar. I can't wait to say hello, but to be honest, I'm keen to visit the doctor before it gets too late. He said there's a potential in his infirmary. A very old woman recently diagnosed with a wasting sickness. She seemed interested in what I have to offer. I want to have a good long talk with her before we make an arrangement. Though, if I'm being very selfish, I hope she'll say yes. I'm absolutely famished. And think of all those memories. Always, darling. It's good to be among friends again, isn't it?
Kill for a glass of Ulava wine.
The rewards are delicious.
Have some?
I have something to ask.
He's going to kill me, isn't he? Not the big mad bastard. The hamster.
Thou searchest for the strongest warrior amongst thine band, Lae'zel, who ascended to the stars. And now she is gone. It is as she wished. It is as I asked thee once. For many of the Gith, it can be measured. A single evening's supper for the Lich Queen. To be ascended is to be consumed. Vlaakith's hunger has known the heads of 50,000 of her subjects. But Lae'zel was, perhaps. I know not where Lae'zel of Kalir is. I cannot sense her presence. Perhaps thou could. Know this. Her courage never faltered, her soul never waned. She accomplished all she e'er sought out. If she had fallen in battle, she would never have known regret. If she'd been killed in her duty, she would have known herself true. If Vlaakith claimed her, it was Lae'zel's honor to be claimed. What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving. To you. There thou art. Didst truly believe. Thou soughtst to. Didst think the other gods that the supplication, the whim, the death, felled by I overest vermin? Oh.
With haste.
I have assessed our encounter with the Netherblade from every angle. I know why we failed. The problem was not the stone. You can make only... It knows what to defeat. You will give the stone.
This fella and his ultimatums. We could become Illithid. I mean...
I will consume his thoughts, his knowledge, his brain. Thank you. Now stand aside. Do not judge me. Come, we must follow the brain's path. This time, we will not fail.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
I thought it was rather fascinating.
Come, it's time to leave.
Hope we made the right choice. If not...
We've a city to save. We've a city to save.
The way is open.
Ready when you are.
Something good here, I hope.
We proceed together.
The city may not survive this onslaught, but we must. Press on.
Here goes nothing.
We have lost much already, but even when it is more, Baldurs get today. You're late, friend. This is the one you spoke of.
The very same. The one who comes to save the city. They will lay the final stitch on the fate of Baldur's Gate.
The fist examines your illithid ally.
Appearances may observe. This mind flare will...
The fist eyes your illithid ally.
My steel is yours, and I'm not alone.
You helped me once. I figured it's time I paid you back. With magic.
I'm better at crafting steel than wielding it. Your friend here is armored and potion-fueled and ready for battle.
Your safety is of paramount importance, citizen. My services are at your disposal.
Whatever strength I have to lend, I will lend it. I will make my city proud again.
Did you think I was gonna let you have all the fun? Mole looks out for her friends, mind flayers included, and she'll have your back. Trust me.
You carried me once, friend, and now I'll carry you.
Ramazith's arcane artillery is more than ready to demolish your enemies and mine. Give the word, and you will not be disappointed.
The journey has been brutal, but I stand here a Hell Rider once more, and I would die a proud man if I died this day.
The Blood God asks tribute. The Kuatar answer the call!
Congratulations, Petal. You've got a hag on your side. And if that doesn't save your arse, nothing can.
I want my city back. And I've brought the toughest bastards from the guild to get the job done.
All the strength of the lands we healed flows through me, and from me to you. And whatever company you keep.
Nature's servant awaits.
Glad to have you with us, and not a moment too soon.
The air is thick with anticipation. All eyes are on you. They're expecting a speech, something to stir their hearts and put fire in their bellies for the fight ahead.
Well said. We'll prepare ourselves. We'll be ready when you call upon us. Balduran's grace be with you.
You feel a tickle of mirth in the Emperor's thoughts. If they only knew the truth.